I know you guys are getting tired of seeing my ugly face here. And believe me, I understand. It was just one thought that was ringing on. It was stuff that I've been hearing. I want to make sure this is clarified. There are people that think that with all the stuff that's happening, all the things that are going on, all the uncertainty, the fear, that many people think that this is the tribulation. They feel like this, because they're uncertain, because of the fear, because of the threats that's going on. So they feel we must be in the tribulation period somehow. And I want you to kind of calm you down a little bit. You're not. Believe me, this is nothing compared to what will take place when the Spirit of God leaves this place and Satan is allowed to run amok. Now, you're not going to see this monster, this one with red skin, pointed tail. That's just something that's made out of literature and in the movies. Neither are you going to see something with 7 heads and 10 horns. But you'll see something that not resembles it, but symbolizes what will take place. So just let you know that it will be much worse. Because there are places right now that are actually going through quite a bit. That if you were in one of the so-called comfortable countries, as much upheaval as you may think it's happening right now, this isn't even close. It's not even close. Because essentially, remember, it's supposed to be something worldwide. Not just in this country, that, and that, and that country, and that country. No. Something that goes on a global basis. Right now, of course, we see different countries that are in various stages of frightening, actually, because of things that are taking place. Maybe there's a war, maybe there's a famine, maybe there's a disease, whatever going forward. But again, it's at the very worst, it's dealing with that particular country, and usually it's in a particular region of that country. Of course, if you go into Ukraine, of course, or in Gaza, or even some parts of Israel, Iran, whatever, you'll see the results of it. But again, it's not worldwide. So it has to be worldwide. And even with that, it has to be much worse than what you're seeing here. If you read Revelation, it's horrific. It really is. You don't want to be here. But as of right now, whether you believe in post-tribulationism or pre-tribulationism, we're not here yet, or we're not there yet. Plus, it talks about how the person who's supposed to be the central character in all this will not be able to be revealed until one very important thing happens. Is he who hinders, he that will let, he that hinders till he's taken out of the way. What is the thing that's going to be taken out of the way? The Holy Spirit. As long as the church is here, the Holy Spirit is here. If the Holy Spirit is here, you are not going to see. So there's no use of you trying to find out who it is and try to guess who it is, because most likely, guys who you think it is, it's not it. It's not it. So you can be comforted in that. Number one, we're not in the tribulation period. We're not. It's bad, and things may not get better, it may get worse. We're not even close to being in the depths of the tribulation. So don't worry yourself, don't fret yourself, but get saved. I would say that, get saved, so you don't have to worry about being in the middle. Now, if you're post-tribulation and you think you're going through it, we're still not in it yet. It gets much worse. So buckle up, you're going for a long ride. The other thing that this isn't hell. Hell, remember, is a place of torment, period. Now, there are three terms that are used for, or are called hell. There's Sheol, or Hades. Sheol is the Hebrew term. Hades is the Greek term. Remember, our Bible is written in Hebrew, Old Testament, Greek, New Testament. But Hades, Sheol, pretty much means the realm of the dead. So when it talks about in the Old Testament, you're going down to hell, it's not necessarily torment in that sense. It just deals with, essentially, a place where the dead are, the realm of the dead. But what comes to our common or modern day sense of what hell is comes from the word Gehenna, or the Valley of Hinnom, which was a place that essentially used to be dedicated for idol worship. But I believe it was in King Josiah's day that he saw all this false religion going place, or taking place. And what he did was he killed the false prophets and the priests. He ground their bones to powder. He took their idols and ground them to powder, sprinkled it all over this particular place, so that it will be spiritually defiled, that no one stays in that place. People try to avoid it. But then it became a place, because nothing was there, people found suitable for garbage disposal. So people would dump their garbage there, their rubbish there. Of course, there was an acrid smell that would take place on certain windy days. It wouldn't smell good. Those of you that stayed next to or pretty close to a landfill area, you kind of get the idea. A certain wind will come by and it's very acrid. It's not pleasant at all. And of course, in those days, they didn't have plastic, stuff like that, so it's more organic waste. And in that cesspool, flies would go in there and it would breed worms. So you have a place that is stinky, nasty, rubbish, disease-filled, and full of worms. And so instead of, after a while, of course, the amount got overwhelming. So what happened? They burned it. But because people kept adding refuse, kept adding trash, kept adding rubbish to this pile, it was a continual burning. So that then became the symbol, Gehenna, of hell, the one that we know. Torment, continually. Where it says, where the worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. So people think it's symbolic, not really. It's a place of torment. Not supposed to be a place where you're happy. Well, I'm going to meet my friends here and we're going to be all party together. No, you're not going to party. You'll be too much in pain. But why are you doing that? Because God is not supposed to be this mean. Well, it's not really God's fault. It's He's been trying to tell you to avoid it, and you keep not listening to Him. So if someone keeps warning and warning and warning and warning and warning, like it's a broken record, and you don't get to hear, and you don't hear it, you can't blame Him. if you end up there. But just know that what you're seeing right here is not hell. Because even though you may be going through something, maybe going through a trial, maybe going through trouble, maybe going through tribulation, you're not going through hell. This isn't hell. Not even close. But you don't want to go to where it is. Because it is prophesied as for preparing for the devil and his angels. And what's one other term? Tartarus. Cain's from a Greek, used that particular word, Greek word, for an abyss, bottomless pit, where the strongest fallen angels are kept. These are also going to be the place where these horrific locusts are going to come up. People say it's symbolic. I tend to think it's not. Because they're supposed to be tormenting people for 4 months. Whatever that happens with it. So whether you agree with it or not, it is a place of, again, for torment of, or for a banishment of the worst of the fallen angels. Now there are demons around, yes, they're around. But these are the ones that would probably destroy mankind if they were let loose. So the Lord gave mercy on us that he doesn't put those upon this place. It's also where Satan will be bound for 1,000 years. Not yet, but he will be. But this world is not that place either. So, understand, to kind of summarize everything, we're not in the tribulation because the whole world is not suffering from the plagues of God. There are aspects of it that you could see that could be forerunners, but we're not there yet. But get ready and stay close to God, because you do not want to be where the tribulation is when it takes place. And this is certainly, no matter how bad this may get upon this earth, it's not hell. So get that out of your mind. Take it away. So, and because there are some beautiful things here, some nice things here that God has placed. It's a good place. So don't worry about it. Don't think of it. But make sure you don't go there. That's the key.
Okay, Dr. Yvonne's here. When you get a chance, I'll talk to you.
Okay.
So just come on down and get a call.
Okay. Perfect timing. I gotta go. God bless you.